Something amazing is happening this week. Plant-powered runner, and this week is a little different. This week, I wanted to see what it feels like and what kind of commitment and dedication needs to go into running 100 miles. 160 kilometers in 1 week while working and having a family and doing all the other stuff in life. So I wanted to see what that was all about. So I'm going to bring you along on the journey. I just want to know what it feels like. I want to know how my body's going to respond. I want to see what happens to my body. I want to know what that feels like, right? Running on dead legs. I want to see if MAF is going to, push me all the way through the week. And I'm going to do it on road, and I'll do it on trail. I'll mix it up. I'll do it in the hot weather because we got hot weather, and I'll do it in the cooler weather because we got some cooler weather coming. So we'll battle all of those, and yeah, I just want to know. Because I've been close. I've been about 146 1 week, 142 another week. So this is just, I want to go that distance. I want to see what is possible, what my body can do, and also if there's going to be any aches or pains along the way, or is my body just going to figure it out and go from there? I don't know. We're going to find out. So let's go run before I get blown away. It's so flipping windy. This is day one. Day one of my 100-mile week. I'm excited. Whew. Out for 30 kilometers today. I'm back from my run. It's been interesting. I'm going to tell you that, guys. I wasn't too sure after yesterday's 30-kilometer run how I would fare, how I would do. And I'm happy to say, legs are feeling good. I was able to do another 20 kilometers today. Yesterday, again, was 30 kilometers. And legs are holding up pretty good. However, the heat, man, the heat's really moved in. Like, it's gotten really, really hot. So I got to get up earlier than I'm normally out for a run just to beat the heat. Because, if I'm going to get in 100 miles this week, man, just running in these temperatures, I can feel it. It's hard. It really, really, really is. However, legs are good, no problems. It kind of helps having a pool because I kind of dunk as soon as I get in from the trail or any of my runs, to be quite honest. So, anyways, I gotta go eat. 100 miles in 1 week is a real commitment. So to all of the elite athletes and amateur athletes and everybody else, man, dedication to 100 miles in a week is something else. I mean, the other day I started off with 30, and then yesterday, I did a trail at 20, and just with the weather getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and you got to wake up earlier and earlier and earlier, man, you got to beat the heat. I always forget. After a tempo run day, or after speed work, the following day, I really have to go easy because my heart rate's still elevated, right? Don't worry, I'm not gonna eat ya. I'm vegan, you know. It's okay. This is one hot, muggy morning. It's hard to believe. I'm sopping. And it's only, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning, I think. Doing 30 kilometers on a recovery day may have not been the best idea. I gotta walk the hills. Oh my gosh. That tempo on the trail yesterday took a bit out of me. I am so soaking wet, guys. This was crazy. It felt like running in the sauna. Anyways, 30 is in the books. If you can't walk, if you can't run, power walk. If you can't power walk, walk. If you can't walk, I don't know, just get up and do it. Anyways, that's 80 kilometers. 80 kilometers in 3 days. Mic drop. Yes, it's that time once again. It's a good thing I have woods and nature to go into when the time comes. It's 102 kilometers for the week. Like, that's flipping awesome. That's 62 miles. I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel flipping amazing. And my Achilles were a little bit sore last night, a little bit tight this morning. But once, you kind of massage it, you get it going. And, probably about 2 kilometers into my run, it felt great. Very, very, very windy. It was about, I think we had a 54 or 64 kilometer headwind. It was really, really, really strong. And I stuck to the roads, and it was good. I feel like I'm getting stronger. The more effort that I put into this, the more my mind is shifting, and I don't have to think so much. It's just like this automatic machine that just clicks into gear when I wake up and I go. It's pretty awesome. It's a little cold this morning. I'm not complaining though. 8 minutes off of my half marathon time yesterday. Temperature was, I don't know, about 4 or 5 degrees cooler. So, hey, this is encouraging. I'm happy with where things are at. I'm at 123.2 miles. Seriously, this has been an astounding week. Very, very, very pleased where things are at. I'm just gonna keep going. Just gonna keep on going. I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy. Oh, the amazing thing is I ran my half marathon all out in September last year. and I was 1 hour and 58 minutes and something. And I just did 2 hours and 8 minutes at MAF pace today. I love this stuff. I'm at Hogs Falls. This is a very popular place for a lot of people from the city. So anyways, the Bruce Trail runs in through here. So I thought today, kind of break it up, I'd get my 20 kilometers in this area. It's absolutely beautiful. So just a few more people than I expected, but anyways, yeah, keep on, we got 20 to go. It's a little harder to run in the afternoon. If I don't get out for my run first thing in the morning, it really kind of, the chances of me completing a run diminishes significantly the longer the day goes. This morning, I had a listing appointment. It was a big one, and I had to be there at 10:30. So 2-hour meeting and all is well. Things went awesome. And now I'm back on the trail. However, I'm finding it like the procrastination just to get going was very real, guys. Very real. It was really hard. However, now that I'm out, it's a little better. And I'll tell you, making these videos and being accountable to you guys makes all the difference. So from me to you, thank you very much. Now, I am going to continue on my way along this wonderful trail and kind of get lost in nature and see where it all leads. Anyways, I'll check in with you a little later. So that's Eugenia Falls. I'm about 8 kilometers in, and just a little bit of pit stop up here, and we'll continue on our way across and down. And place is a little busy, just to say the least. Most people I've seen here in like forever. wrap it up here, everybody. I'm probably gonna get 17 in. I'm just gonna go up this hill. My battery's getting low, so I thought I'd cap it off here because this is flipping awesome. Anyways, see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's day 7. And yes, I am going out for my final day. How am I feeling? Well, yesterday's run was late in the day, so I'm running, I don't know, probably about 14 hours later, 15 hours later. It's absolutely not a cloud in the sky. It's so beautiful. I'm at 142.2 kilometers, which is, sorry guys, I can't do the math right now, but it's on your screen. And I don't have far to go. So I've covered quite a distance in the past week. I've done road, I've done trails, I've done country roads. And today I'm gonna stick close to home. I don't want to go too far. I was kind of off the beaten path yesterday. And so yeah, so just staying close to home. Body's feeling pretty darn good. You know, I'm holding up pretty well. My Achilles is, it's a little, I guess it's a little tight, but nothing to complain about. I've been working, trying to get my calves a little bit stronger. And yeah, I mean, what do you expect? 100 miles. That's a good distance. Anyways, let's go run and I'll recap when I get back. Well, that's a milestone. That's 100 miles in 1 week. 160 kilometers, all in. Man, am I happy. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna keep on running because I'm nowhere near home. 25 kilometers for the day, 167 something. 167.2 kilometers, over 100 miles. Hell yeah, I'll take it. Flippin' awesome. Set your goals high and you will work for them. This is something that's been on my bucket list for God, who knows how long. But I did it. All at my MAF pace. Heart rate training, best thing ever. I would have never been able to put the mileage in if I had done it any other way as far as I'm concerned. This was epic, amazing. And we're gonna recap when I get some food and liquid and stuff in me. I hope your training is going well, and we'll see you at home. Let's talk 100 miles. I'm back home, and man, what an epic week. It just blows my mind what I was able to achieve. And so I want to dive into 2 things. One is, what did I learn during the week? And number 2, what happened to my body? Those are the 2 things I want to talk about. And I'll show you which runs I did, how far I went, and some of the feelings and experiences I had along the way. So let's dive in and Let's review the week. Really have a plan as to how far I was going to go, what I planned on doing. I literally woke up and I thought, hey, let's just go have fun. And so I did. I I started off running and I didn't know I was running like 10 kilometers, and I wasn't planning on running the route that I did, but left the house, did my loops, and then next thing I know, I was out on this country road, and before I know it, I was just running and just running. It was like really cool. And then I hit a dead end, and then, anyways, I just kind of came back. But yeah, it was 31 kilometers. I was pretty happy with it. 6:43 pace, and heart rate was 135. There was a little bit of stopping going along the way, so I don't run the whole entire time. There are hills that I have to stop and then walk, and then run again, and then stop, and then it just happens, right? It's just a natural thing. The first little bit, I didn't have to do any of that, right? But once you get up to 10 kilometers and then they start getting out into the country, there's going to be hills. So there's some changes. So let's see. So that was, yeah, so that was day one. Day two was more of, I went out and I was going to do my tempo run. But my tempo run, I was like, yeah, but I kind of want to do it in the trails instead of the road, and because I want to get some more distance. So I did, and it was great. I actually set a couple of course records when I was out there, which was really neat. That was part of my tempo run. I did about 4 or 5 kilometers. I kind of increased my pace, kind of trying to remember where I did it. Anyways, yeah, there was a couple. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but because these are trail, right? And so trail tempos are going to be very, very different. But anyways, I enjoyed the Boyne Valley. It was really cool. And what was my pace? 8:32 with a 1:39 overall. So I'll take that. It was good. So, I mean, I was up to 50, right? 50K in 2 days, which is always kind of nice. Now, the next day, I think it was like 30 kilometers. I did another one, right? So, I mean, that was pretty crazy, right? So in 3 days, I did 80 kilometers. I don't think I had ever done that. And I was like, wow, okay, I'll take it. My pace was, 7:15. And again, I was quite happy with that. I did some country roads. So, I've done some in-town country roads. I did some trail. Heart rate was 132. It was a really, really, really chilled out kind of day because of the previous day was a tempo, right? So I like to relax a little bit on those next days, and I didn't know how I was going to feel. And then these 2 days, so I did day 4 and day 5. They were the exact same course that I did. I'm not going to bother looking at 4. 4 and 5 are exactly the same. So 4, or my run 5, was really cool. So it was half marathon, and I'm getting there. Now, what was interesting was the temperature was about 8 degrees difference between the previous day, and I got faster by 8 minutes on the same route. So my pace was 6:05, and my heart rate was 137. So it was very, pretty cool. I'm happy with that. And what was really fascinating was I started to encounter some fives. Okay, yeah, granted I was going downhill, but I had a 5:53, I had a 6, 5:54, 5:51, 5:54, 5:46, 5:32, 6, 5:57, 5:45. I'm telling you, I'm really super pumped. Like, that was a really good run. 8 degree difference, right? So another half marathon. Now, day 6 was hard because day 6 I was over at a business meeting down in the city. Big listing coming up and whatnot. So anyways, I had to meet with
quite a few people. And so I took a lot of my morning and most of my afternoon. And I honestly didn't know if I was going to get this in or not. But, anyways, I decided I was going to drive up further north and hit some trails I hadn't been on before. So I went down to the Boyne Valley. I did 19K, 9:03 pace. It was a really, really chilled out run. And 127 heart rate. And this was, the run was really epic in here. It was fantastic. And I've got some video that you'll be able to see about how that went. But it was really, really nice in there. It's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of ups, as you can tell, up, 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 up. So yeah, that was pretty cool, right? And here's the thing: I'm still relaxed. Like, I'm still chilled out. Really, nothing. I don't know. Nothing extraordinary. I felt good. And then Sunday hit, and I finished off the week with 104 miles, 167 kilometers. I only had to run 17 kilometers that day, but I felt so good, I just kind of kept on running. And so my average pace was 634, and my heart rate was 137. So again, it was really cool. But you can tell, right? You can tell in the chart where I had to walk, right? But the latter part, right? So at around 15 kilometers, right, starting to fatigue a little bit more. So yeah, the tail end of that was very interesting. The last 10K, it was a lot of run, walk, run, walk, run, walk. So, anyways, that's kind of how the week looked in terms of mileage. Now, in terms of how my body responded and how it felt, I'm going to tell you the first thing. I have a huge amount of respect for elites and even non-elites who do this mileage. It is not easy to fit into your day, and you have to be committed, and you really have to understand why you're doing it, because to make it sustainable, there's a lot of those pieces that have to come into play. And for me, I am so happy that I kind of banked a lot of those, like 80 kilometers in the first 3 days, because it kind of relieved me a little bit of the stress at the tail end of the week. So I wasn't kind of stressed out needing to get all these miles in. So that was kind of cool. Now, in terms of things I learned, you have to be committed, hands down. You have to sleep. I get a good night's sleep each and every night, because I did find that really helped with the recovery. You have to eat good quality food. Hands down, I'm eating plants, huge amounts of plants. There's beans in there as well, a lot of nuts and a lot of seeds, and yeah, a lot of broccoli, a lot of broccoli. Felt epic, like no complaints. Like, so the food was dialed in, the sleep was on, the commitment to do this was spot on, because I knew I wanted to do a video for you guys, and to be transparent, that's what got me out every day. Like, that was the motivation. It was crazy. But yeah, so that was really cool to be able to do. You need to listen. You need to listen to your body. If your body's telling you some things that you may need to kind of back off, go a little bit slower, you got to listen to it. Don't ignore it, right? And I had to do a lot of listening. There was a couple of days where I backed off, right? Had a nice relaxed kind of run. And again, I wasn't stressed out about meeting any other goal other than just getting the miles in. So that was good. Foam rolling, really important. You gotta, like, stretching. So stretching and foam rolling really, really helped. Staying hydrated throughout the day, right? So again, foam rolling your legs, working the Achilles, because again, I did a lot of elevation gain over the last little while. So there's a lot of that kind of coming into play, right? What else did I learn? I learned that I am capable of more than what I think I can do. Okay? I can achieve so much more, and especially running at MAF, right? Because when I run at my MAF, it makes the run so easy, and yet I can get in the mileage and stay healthy and stay fit and stay injury free. So that was really important for me. The other thing is you have to ramp up slowly, right? This isn't something that I just busted out one day and I decided I was going to do. This was something I was kind of methodically thinking about week after week after week. And after I got 30 kilometers in that one week, I'm like, you know what? I could go. I could go to the next level. I feel really good. Like, let's go to the next level. Let's see what it takes to get there. So that to me was huge. So those are the things I learned. My body held up amazing. There wasn't any really crazy thing to say other than you have to stay on top of your hydration. I know where the cardiac drift starts to happen, so I know what I need to do, whether I need to slow down or if I'm staying at that same speed, I need to make sure that I'm fueling and I've got some extra food with me, right? But everything was I tried to keep it MAF, keep it simple, so I didn't have to think. Right? So I did take some electrolytes with me when I was out for my runs. So that was not a problem. So I did have that. I took noon for a lot of the runs. It didn't have any sugar in it, so it was good. Um, yeah, so that's kind of how the week went. So nothing catastrophic happened. You know, the encouragement that all you guys had for me was really cool. I knew, people that were following me on Strava, it was really cool, right? So Peter, thank you, right? Kevin, thank you. Steve, thank you, and the many others who have commented. Thank you for that. It really helped me because again, you're running alone, and it's like I needed you know some pick me ups, but so it was nice to have my cheerleading squad behind me. So what's the future hold? What's the rest of the training look like? It's been 2 days since, and I just did a half marathon today, and I did 20K yesterday. So I'm just kind of adding it into my daily life. It's so instead of my 10 kilometer runs and my 2 hour runs, it may be a little bit more than a 2 hour run, maybe a 2:05, maybe a 2:10, maybe a 2:15. But if I get in like a half marathon every day, that's flipping awesome. I'd be happy with that. Anyways, that's it for the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it made sense. So if you're about to embark on this, make sure you follow those tips that I outlined, because you don't want to get injured, you don't want to burn out, you don't want to run into problems. So again, look after your body, treat your body well, and your body will respond. Okay? So hopefully your training's going well, everyone, and until the next video, run wild, everyone. See ya.